Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, maybe I should sit down here. It's Billy, yes. And, I'm going to have a little bit of a difficulty. Hang on a second. I have to do something. This is why I have to do it this way. I'm a little less agile. Yes, I like to think I'm Superman, but I don't think this happens to Superman. So I'm real. Today is Saturday, and I ended up being in the hospital this morning at like 5:15 because the pain was so bad in my hand that I just could not even sleep. My poor wife, I feel sorry for her. I don't think she was able to sleep very well yesterday because I wasn't sleeping, but I was at the hospital today. It's a long story. I'm sure I'll come up with a way to tell you more about it at a different time. But thank you for being here, first and foremost, taking your time, a couple of minutes with me. Yeah, and so for those of you who have not been here before, let me just introduce myself, Billy Keels. It is a pleasure for me to welcome you here. And the thing that I want to make sure that you are crystal clear on is that this is a space for the two of us and other people in the tribe to be able to come together and do really three things. Number one is to be able to talk about making more money, because that's okay. I didn't grow up in a space where we could even talk about money, so I want to make sure that at least we can talk about it, and we can talk about making more of it, and doing that in a way that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to spend like X more hours to get X more amount of money. So at least not in the long term. That could happen up front, and you may need to do a lot of work. Well, no, not need to. You will do a lot of work if you want to achieve big things. Secondly, want you to be able to come here to share tips, strategies, insights about being able to have more control over your free time, because that's really important. If you're able to figure out ways to create more free time, I want you to definitely share that here, because I'm going to be sharing tips with you. And lastly, want you to be able to live with less stress. And I want to just be really clear about this. I don't mean stressful like getting your utility bills paid or getting food on the table. Like, that's a completely different stress. I'm talking about like next level kind of stress. Like, you're already in a nice middle management, probably multi six-figure salary job. You're working somewhere in a multinational, you're in the middle management, and you're trying to figure out how do you take yourself and your family to the next level without being completely overly stressed or absent from your family's life. Like, that's the kind of less stress that I'm talking about, just to be crystal clear. And so as we're here, as we're sharing ideas, topics, that's what I want you to be able to do. I want you to be able to type here. I want you to be able to leave comments there. I want you to feel free to tell me like, hey, Billy, look, this content sucks. Or, hey, listen, Billy, this content is spot on. Because at the end of the day, I want you to also be getting value out of these videos, because I'm here because I want to be able to share with you. I'm starting to meet so many people from all around the globe, and it's really fulfilling for me. So, but the more and more that I get your feedback, you're helping me to make sure that we're spot on in terms of the content, that you get value, that you're taking times out of your day. If you haven't already, there's like a way for you to either subscribe or get notified when we go live. Just make sure that you do that. Like, go click the button and get the notifications turned on, because I love seeing a number of your faces here frequently, because that is what you do. But anyway, listen, so kind of talked about that, what's going on with this page. And I want to get back to, I guess, the reason that you're watching this video is what happens when you feel like you're getting distracted. Like, distractions happen to every single one of us, right? Every single person. Like, pretty soon I'm going to be going back to the 9 to 5, right? And so I'm working on getting so much content crushed and ready for you guys. I mean, it's going to be fun. It's going to be really, really fun. This is going to be, I'm really looking forward to 2019. We're going to get to know one another so much better. We're going to challenge each other. And at the end of the day, we're going to be making more money together. we're going to be living with less stress together, and we are going to be maximizing the amount of free time, and we're going to be much more in control of how we spend our free time. So today is kind of from the distractions piece. This is really about free time, because I keep showing you my hand, and one of the things that happens is we can always get distracted and come up with other excuses, like, because at the end of the day, getting distracted is just another way of coming up with an excuse. Like today I have the perfect excuse to do absolutely nothing because, well, I should not be doing anything. Like my hands hurt, and the doctor told me this morning, Billy, don't go out and do anything. Now, don't worry, I'm not doing anything stupid where I'm going to hurt my wrist or I'm going to be out of commission for a long time, but there are things that I can do, right? Like I'm like here, like I've got my laptop. I had my laptop out earlier and I was doing some work and stuff like that. Of course, I had to use my left hand, couldn't use my right hand, but I have so many things that I want to be able to share with you. I have team members that are waiting on input from me so that they can continue building out things that we're building for you. And like, what do I do to get this? So I didn't come up with an excuse. Like, what can you do for yourself? Like, a couple of things you can do is like, just ask yourself some questions. Like, what will happen if I actually don't do anything today and I'm capable? Like there's one thing if you're not capable, like I'm fully capable, so I have a reason to be distracted and not do what I'm supposed to do. But my questions to myself are like, how am I going to feel tomorrow knowing that the team on a weekend is waiting for me to turn over information, data, input so that they can keep building out? Like, I'll feel like crap. Like, I won't like that. Like, it will suck. So it's just the reality. Like, but I'm asking myself the question, like, what will it feel like if I'm letting somebody else down? Because I'm fully capable of doing something now. This morning was pretty tough, but now I'm capable of doing things. So I'm asking myself the question, right? And it's like, how am I going to feel knowing that somebody else is waiting on me and I can do it? Like, I want to get in touch with the emotion that's going on in my stomach, and it's not a good one. So that gets me up to be able to do. Maybe I'm working slower than normal, but I'm going to get the work done. Like, it's already done. I even had time to go and have lunch with the in-laws, the family, which was a lot of fun. So, yeah, it goes back to that whole thing of asking yourself questions. You know, what will I lose if I don't actually get this done? Like, I'm not going to turn things in, and that's not going to get to you, right? If you go over to our website at keeponcashflow.com, I mean, you're going to see some things pretty soon that are going to be, let's just say, kind of fun for you. I know it's fun for us. So, because we're working on getting bringing more clarity, right? Because that clarity, and I come back to it over and over. If you already know where I'm going with this, say it out loud. What does the clarity do? It gives you to do as well as, you got it. You know exactly what it is. It gives you the power to decide and to act. So if you haven't heard that before, welcome to my world. You're going to hear that a lot because clarity drives so many things. So anyway, so what do I do with the distractions? What can you do with distractions to break through them, to actually get things done? Is just, put the mirror on yourself. I mean, this is one of the ways that I put the mirror on myself, right? Because you are here to keep me accountable. And this is a way just to continue to document what I say I'm going to be doing. So we're working on getting some things out for you. Distractions could be always lurking, always out there, always a reason to not do something. But ask yourself the questions like, how are you going to feel, right? Or what's it going to feel like to know that you let somebody else down? And just have that discussion with yourself. Be able to move forward and get it in. Like, I've got my stuff delivered. I've got a couple other things that I'm going to be doing. And instead of using my right hand, I'm going to be using the left. I won't be going as fast, but at least I'm going to continue to move things forward, because that's what it's all about. Get things done. Finished is better than perfect, right? That's another reason we tend to procrastinate, because we want to do everything perfectly. And welcome to the entrepreneurial world. It's not going to be perfect the first time or the second or the third. Trust me, I'm finding that out. But I take the feedback in a great way and continue to reiterate and work and get things better and better and better. So listen, everybody, I want you to know that I'm thinking about you, continuing to put out this content, share some thoughts with you. Today is kind of from the the more free time, because this is what I'm thinking about in my free time, part of the trifecta, which is making more money, more control over your free time, and living with less stress. So anyway, everybody, I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. If you are watching this on the replay, always #replay. I'd love to know that you're watching it, because that helps me know also too, if you made it this far. If you haven't already, definitely subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on your notifications. And yeah, I mean, you all know I'm a long distance investor, love living in Europe, investing in multifamily back in the States. I want to keep sharing with you. I love hearing from you. So that's it, everybody. Wishing you all the best. This is BK. It's my 2 cents for this afternoon. And as always, hasta la próxima.